Welcome to another adventure on the bass boat. So yeah, the gear that I'm using for my snapper trolling is I'm using a Penn Slammer, like it's like a 3,500, and it's got 25 pound Daiwa braid on it. It's a really thin sort of braid, but man, I love that Penn Slammer 3. It's an awesome little reel, big power handle on it, and I'm using a 6 foot Daiwa TD Black rod. It's a pitcher model, really made for slow pitch jigging, sheep band slow pitch jigging rod. It'll take up to 120 grams, so it's a nice little short rod, loads up really nice with that big heavy bib on the Daiwa tail dancer. So yeah, it works really well. Yeah, I'm stoked, I love it. Okay, when I'm snapper trolling, what I'm using is a Rapala tail dancer. Yeah, they're a beautiful lure. They get down about, I reckon, close to 30 feet. So yeah, that's how I use it. I'll throw it as far as I can. Pick up the pace a little on the motor. And I'll give it about 10 of these, just allowing line to come off the spool. So I've probably got that lure about 45 metres out behind the boat. And then yeah, I'm just I'm in 39 feet here at the moment, so I'm looking for those snapper to, you know, big snapper to rise up to it. And I'm just sort of like flathead trolling really. I'm trolling the 25 as slow as we'll go. Every now and then I give it a little tiny kick, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah, whacker in the rod holder, keep an eye on the sounder. Yeah, see if I can troll between about 38 to 40 feet. And see what happens. It would be really nice to get one strike the lure while I had the GoPro on, but anyway, I'll see what happens. So I'm in about 36, 37 feet. It's prime depth for trolling. So my lure must be down reasonably close to the bottom. I'm just coming out really hard here because, yeah, you'll get these big pinnacles. Sort of like pinnacles will jump up to 33 feet. I don't want to plough into the top of that pinnacle. Good snapper country, bud. Already got all this area marked on my GPS, you know, but yeah, so she will rise up here, 3 and 4 and 5 feet rises. I love these lures, man. I hate when I lose one, absolutely hate it. So what I've done with the Rapala tail dancer is that when you get them in the box, they're kind of made for those Scandinavian conditions. So the hooks on them, the split rings aren't really suitable for like Australian conditions. So what I do is I get the Nomad brand extra heavy split rings. So I swap all the split rings out on the lure, and then what I do is I get yeah, nice heavy duty like trebles, and I upgrade the trebles on them. And yeah, so that seems to be the key. And you made a bit of an investment in relation to your lure. So what I really hate is when I plough them into the bottom, when I lose them, that really hurts. It sucks. In this area here, there's bommies inside me, and plenty of bait sort of scattered on the sounder. This particular part of the coast, I really love it here because it's just such a great depth of trolling here. Have caught a lot of snapper in this area over the years. You catch all sorts of things when you're trolling, particularly Sergeant Baker and things like that, but when a snapper hits you on the troll, there's no mistake. They slam you really hard. So you never know. It's probably not a bad option today. I've covered a lot of ground with soft plastics and have not been able to catch a fish. So the one advantage of trolling is that you cover just a lot of ground. And what I do when I first started snapper trolling, yeah, I used to have 2 rods out, but yeah, I think it's going to be pretty chaotic if I have 2 rods outside. I'm just trolling with 1 rod now, so you got to be really careful when you're snapper trolling, because the slower will get down a fair way when you've got a fair bit of braid out, and the bottom's quite undulating out here, and you don't want to get in too close. You definitely don't want to get in under about 33 feet, because you can plough that lure into the bottom, and I've lost a couple doing that, learning the hard way. So I like to stay out at about 38 feet plus, 38 to 40 feet. Then big snapper, they're up, the water column. Oh, there's a fish. Not a real big fish. Catch all sorts of things on the troll. Yeah. Little tiny pinky. Look how massively aggressive they are. Taking a lure that big. Unbelievable. What I like to do really regularly on the trolling lure is, we've had a massive, big, huge swell over the last 4 to 5 days. So what it does, it tends to rip all the weed out from the bottom, moves the sand around. So you'll catch a fair bit of weed on your trolling lure after a really big swell. So I really regularly just wind it in, check it, make sure there's no weed on it. But there's nothing worse than trolling along for 20, 25 minutes, half an hour, and you've got weed on your lure, because you're not going to catch anything. Ah, she's looking sweet. And I'll redeploy it. And I've hit something. Which I hope is a good snapper. Hit me pretty hard on the troll. Fair bit of line out when you snapper trolling. Yeah, probably 45 metres of line out, so when you're fighting that fish, he's a long way out, so keep that line tight. Not sure whether he's a snapper or not. Back me drag off slightly. He's bumping his head a bit. got? What do we got? Oh, snapper, yeah. Been a disaster. Let's not panic. Think me top treble in the net. Oh! How lucky was that? Mate! I went to net that fish, top treble got stuck in the net. But I did not panic. Grabbed him by the tail. That is the biggest snapper I've caught on the troll so far. Over 60, I reckon. Oh yeah, baby, I'm stoked. Yeah, stoked. Really, really super light fish. Hit me really hard on the troll. Let's get him on the brag mat. Yeah, nice fish. 65 on the brag mat. I'm going to let this fish go. I'm going to give him a little bit of a breathe, take a few photographs, spin the boat around. Well, there is the biggest snapper I've caught on the troll, on the Rapala, deep tail dancer. Yeah, 65, beautiful looking fish. Alrighty, I'm going to let this fish go. Beautiful big hump. Oh yeah, go on. Man, I'm so stoked to catch that fish on the troll. It's not easy to catch snapper on the troll, you know, and I've been persevering, you know, trying for the last month, and I think that's the 5th snapper that I've caught on the troll. Biggest one I'd caught before that is a 42, so you know, that's a substantial jump up to a 65. So I'm gonna have another troll, see if I can get another one. All right, stoked. It's an absolutely glorious sunset.